Good Monday morning, meaties. Shout out to that one crappy guy for being the first in the chat this morning. How are you all doing? What will James leak this week? Thanks to Yeetus Deletus. You know what? It's fine. I had a friend reach out to me the other day and be like, hey, what was with the thing that I saw on, I saw that, you leaked something? Are you okay? You seemed really distressed. I was like, no, I'm good, man. I think it was super fucking funny, and obviously in the clip, yeah, I seem distressed. They're like, it looked like you were gonna cry. I was like, no, it was just like 9 in the morning, dude. I do those streams really tired, and it was like, I was like, oh my god, no, but, you know, it was a funny moment. It's not a big deal. It's fine. It's fine. I might, and you know what, though? I might change something on that schedule. I might move something for the fucking mousetrap. It's awful. It's a horrible movie. But man, does it rain in October with revenue. And I just feel like a lot of people would check that fucking stupid shit out. So I might have to bump an actual enjoyable movie from the October schedule, shift it to November, and stick the goddamn mousetrap in there just to make money. You saw Mousetrap and you thought it was fun, Luke Sittenauer? I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Oh my god, half that runtime is this fucking... Dude, half the runtime in that movie is them cutting back to two cops talking to a chick in a jail cell being like, so, what exactly happened in that fucking Dave and Buster's that you guys were in? Because you're the only survivor, so we need to know what happened. And then she's like... She'll just describe what we just saw. Like, we'll see, flash back to what happens with the Mickey Mouse killer, and we'll watch that, and then it'll cut back to the fucking jail cell, and she'll be like, so yeah, that mouse guy killed my friends. And they're like, I don't know, I don't have any fucking proof of that. Oh, it's real fucking stupid, dude. Okay. Let's get to the horror news. DK Lounge, that's a good question. I meant to ask this last week, but is it frustrating when people in the comments of a kill count with a self-harm warning go, it's going to be a good kill count when there's a content warning? I don't know if it's frustrating, but I'm like, I hope those... You don't know it's going to be a good kill count because they're just fucking sticking that thing on anything. All you know from that warning is that suicide or self-harm might be mentioned or had a cursory brief appearance in the movie. That's all you know from there being a warning. But it is silly because it's like, oh, well, I do hope you enjoy it because it's definitely getting suppressed in views and such when it has that warning on it. So. Oh yeah, and mug of the day is that mug that I don't know. It came from Mike and Beth. I don't know where they got it, but they left it over our place years ago, and it's just lived here ever since. And it's just like a bunch of bears fucking. I don't know. It's not explicit and graphic. There's not like bear dongs in it, but I mean they're definitely fucking. They're definitely doing lots of different positions, and that's like a little train going on there, but I don't know what's going on here, man. It's part of a set of It's part of a set of horror. It's part of a set of 4, says Heather. Thank you. They're just playing. They're just playing. All right, let's get to the fucking news. Bear centipede. Bear centipede. All right. The original writer is developing a sequel to the 1987 cult classic Spookies. Y'all know I fucking love Spookies. I love Spookies. Frank Farrell, who co-wrote and produced the 1987 cult classic, was talking about in an interview that he's at the start of raising financing for a sequel. Yeah, we are also at the start of raising financing for our movie. And we're not at the start of it anymore. We're still raising financing for our... So that'll tell you how long shit takes for that step of the process to go. So no actual progress on this production being made. But also, he's talking about how in the original film, to tell the truth, I hated it. I hated what had been done to the film. It was not our film. It was sort of taken apart and reassembled, which in the Spookies kill count we talk about, it was taken away from him and the directors, and another filmmaker was hired to film all the new scenes, and it was edited in and everything. And, I mean, yeah, that sucks for them as filmmakers, but that is what makes Spookies, dude. The fact that it's two separate movies just fucking jammed together. Neither of them are good. So, I don't know, I don't know if I want a straightforward Spookies sequel, you know? Which also, he said it wouldn't be. What did he say? Something about, like, I'm looking to make a film that's almost an anti-sequel. I don't want to just rehash what was done the first time. So, whatever, dude. Whatever. If it happens, we'll check it out. If it happens, we'll check it out. But just letting you know, if you see that headline, that's where we're at with it. Thanks, Boogie with the Uzi. Scoot McNary, you did a small role with him in an upcoming indie film, and he's so cool and humble. Is that your experience with bigger actors? Well, actors are just like anyone else. They vary from person to person. But I've had a lot of good experiences, and I'm glad that you had a good one with Scoot. He's very good in Speak No Evil. The whole cast is there. Alien Romulus, fucking killing it, dude. $108. Worldwide opening weekend. Great job. Great job, Fede Alvarez, who made Don't Breathe, who made the Evil Dead 2013 version. He brought us Alien Romulus. We saw it, and I fucking loved it. I thought it was awesome. $108 million. Did I say $108? Yes. Me and Chelsea saw the movie, and there were a few other people in the theater, and we're the only ones. Congrats on the big hundo, guy. All about that Benjamin, the one. And then a Lincoln, and then 3 Washingtons. That's what we're all about, baby. No, $108 million opening weekend. That's great. I love the movie so much. It's not perfect. I think there are a little too many callbacks to the original movies, and there's one casting decision that I strongly disagree with, but the rest of the cast, fucking great, really good. What's his name? It's a very plain name, that's why I can't remember. David Johnson puts in a hell of a performance in this movie. Fucking fantastic. So, I really love it. I think it's the practical effects and the production design are, fucking beautiful, dude. Oh, it's so fucking good. When they're like on a planet or a moon early on, and then when they get, it's all just practical production design. Nothing looks like CG or green screened. It just, it's beautiful. It's so good to look at. And then it spends like the first act setting up the characters, and then as soon as shit hits the action, oh man, it does not let up. There are so many sequences where I was just like clutching my own body. Just like, and for me, specifically, anything that takes place in space is going to be a heightened suspense, because I'm just like, dude, on the other side of that wall is nothing, it's just space, so any kind of, like, action, collision type thing happening, I'm getting real tense, but regardless, I really loved it. I'm so happy that the movie's doing well. It is already the second highest grossing horror film of 2024, after A Quiet Place Day 1. Quiet Place Day 1 is sitting at 261. And Romulus did better, had a better opening weekend than Alien Covenant. Covenant ended its worldwide box office run with 240. So, if it's doing better than the movie that made 240, maybe it could surpass Quiet Place Day 1. I'm not sure. I haven't really gotten a good look at like what the legs are projected to be, but it's got good word of mouth, so that'll always help. And I think it got a better cinema score than most of the other Alien movies. It got like a B+, which is really good for a horror movie. Also, thank you, Contagion from Louisville. I can't say Louisville, even though that's how it's fucking spelled, because everyone will yell at me for saying it wrong. Even though it's, I'm not saying it wrong. It's spelled wrong. If you want to call your city Louisville, then spell that way. Louisville. Friggin' Louisville. Well, don't spell Louisville then. And that's not just me coming after the Kentuckians, okay? Because I got the same shit with all you Australians when I said Melbourne in a kill count, and then I got all the comments being like, it's not Melbourne. Why would you say it like that? It's obviously Melbourne. Oh, really? Do we call it the Bun identity? The Bun supremacy? Is that what we say? Because it looks like it's spelled the same way to me as the Born identity. That's why I said Melbourne. Fuck me, dude. Sorry for reading. Make your fucking shit sound right, alright? Bun supremacy. Anyway, thank you, Alien Romulus. You're real good. Alright, James Wan is in talks to direct Creature from the Black Lagoon remake. Cool. Great. I think, let's see, it's the first project he's attached to as director since his company Atomic Monster merged with Blumhouse. He was previously underwater with Aquaman and Lost Kingdom. So, I mean, honestly, though, that does matter. I feel like filming something that takes place underwater is a specific filmmaking skill, and having some experience with it with Aquaman probably would help when it comes to Creature from the Black Lagoon. Creature is a great classic Universal monster movie. It was like the last one that made his first appearance. He wasn't from he wasn't until the 50s, whereas stuff like Frankenstein and Dracula were the 30s, Wolfman was the 40s. Gilman didn't pop up until the 50s. So, he's the late one. He's more sci-fi. He's much more in the sci-fi Cold War era of filmmaking, as opposed to the older, more gothic horror of the earlier Universal monsters. But I love Creature. We do have a podcast episode about it. One of the women in it is by the same actress. She's the same actress who's Old Rose in Titanic. So it's cool to see an actress in a movie from 1954 and also a movie from like 1997. And yeah, so hope this is good. James Wan, Creature from the Black Lagoon. Never Let Go, Alexandra Aha's horror movie, gets a new release date, so this is just a shift. We've seen this trailer on the live stream before. Halle Berry's movie with her 2 kids, and it just moved up a week. So instead of September 27th, it's going to be in theaters September 20th. So, change your calendars. I know that's going to upset a lot of travel plans for people, but now you have the heads up to mark your calendars and change your plans. I thought the trailer looked pretty good. Halloween's getting its own video game. It's actually getting 2 video games. So one is with an Unreal Engine 5 with John Carpenter intimately involved. I just love this this quote that he put out. Like, is this like it's got a link. It has to be from an article. As a huge gamer myself, I'm thrilled to help bring Michael Myers to life again in this game, and my hope is to scare you silly. That guy fucking just wrote that on a napkin and handed it to someone to publish, and then got back to playing video games and smoking weed. That's how John Carpenter lives, and no one can judge him for it. So, I don't know details about this game. Hopefully it's not an asymmetrical multiplayer game. We've got enough of those, but we'll see. But it does say 2 video games, and the other one is this 16-bit platformer. I am 17 or older. I'm actually twice that age. Or I'm more than twice that age now. Fuck. Time doesn't stop, folks. Keeps on moving. The other game for Halloween is going to be a 16-bit platformer. And the team making this, Boss Team, is also doing a Evil Dead one. Ash vs. Evil Dead. So, if you like retro-style games, you can... Oh, let me scroll down a little bit more. There you go. You got, like, Michael Myers running around. He's fucking doing slashes. He's spinning around. He's shooting fireballs? Wait, what? The uppercut? Okay. And then if you get both games, there's some kind of crossover event. Oh, wow. This looks... That looks like a frustrating game. But if you get both games, there's Ash and Haddonfield and Michael at the cabin. So that's cool. There you go. There's a Beetlejuice exhibit on display at the Warner Brothers Studio Tour. You don't even need to buy a ticket to the Studio Tour. You can just fucking go in there and see it. There's costumes, there's props, there's stuff from, there's Delia's sculpture. I don't know why I said it that way. But you can check it out, and I think you can do it for free. So, if you're in LA, go ahead and check that shit out. And this was written by my buddy Angel, who has pictures there. So you can be just like Angel. Get your pictures at these things, and then go buy stuff. Go buy stuff. Lots of stuff to buy. You can buy alien stuff. This actually I was going to leave this out because I was like, it's just fucking merch stuff. But then I scrolled through it. I was like, actually, it looks pretty cool. You know, they're on the pricier side for sure. For sure. But it is jewelry, and I guess jewelry costs lots of money. So if you want to spend that money on jewelry, you can get a Xenomorph pendant. You can get a Xenomorph chain bracelet. This looks cool. You can get a chain necklace, same thing, but bigger, I assume. And then a little armor a finger armor ring. So that's cool. And a little face hugger ear cuff. I don't know, those look awesome. So check them out. Ben likes the armor ring. Shout out to Ben Bellevue, our producer and brand manager, who makes these live streams happen every week by collecting all this information. Let me just sit here and talk about it. And Michael is also in the chat, our social media coordinator. So that's the team. How's the Dead Meat merch coming along? 'Tis the season, Shannon. Shannon's got a fucking point, Ben. 'Tis the season. We have a meeting with an option this week, right? We had a meeting with the company last week. It went well. We have a meeting with the company this week. Then I think we're going to pick between the two companies. So it should be up by October. I fucking hope so. Jesus Christ. I really do. Okay. And then finally, some Blu-ray announcements. You can get Godzilla on 4K thanks to Criterion. So go ahead and check that out. Criterion, a great company. Makes great releases. A whole bunch of stuff there if you want that. And then also on 4K is the first 4 Hellraiser movies. They're always doing different types of releases for the Hellraiser movies, man. Because I have the Scarlet Box, which is the first 3 movies. I don't know if those are 4K. I know they're Blu-ray. But here are the first 4 in 4K, which includes Bloodline. So good job, Bloodline, getting that fucking 4K release. Hell yeah! Cool! I'll probably grab this. I have so many copies of these movies, but... And then finally, a 4K release of A Nightmare on Elm Street to celebrate its 40th anniversary, and that will be in a cool little steelbook case. I always want to call the steelbooks tin cans. I'm always like, oh yeah, it's a tin can release. That sounds so less prestigious than steelbook. I'm like, yeah, get your fucking tin can. Finally, last bit of news. There's a movie called Grind coming out, and it's written and directed by Bria Grant, whose work I fucking love. She did 12-Hour Shift, which we covered on the channel, and just lots of other horror movies, usually pretty indie. And Ed Doherty, who wrote and directed some of these segments. It's a 4-part horror anthology that has to do with grind culture, like working to make that money, you know, stuff like DoorDash delivery driving, or like MLM stuff, you know. Great cast here. Got James Paxton, who appeared in Twisters as a very not likable guy, even though he's really nice in person. Christopher Marquette, he was in Freddy vs. Jason. James Urbaniak, who they give an Oppenheimer credit, even though he only has one line in there, and that we all know better as Dr. Thaddeus Venture from the Venture Brothers. And Rob Hubel, a very funny comedian, doing as the star, so that's really good. There's a bunch of other people in the cast, including our friend Barbara Crampton, and Iffy from Dropout, if you know Dropout, Iffy, and James A. Janice, you know, from Scream. The thing that everyone knows James A. Janice from, Scream. I'm in this movie. It was really cool. I filmed it a couple of weeks ago. Had 3 filming days. I'm in the segment with James Paxton and Iffy. It's really fun. I love doing it. Ed wrote and directed my segment, and it was a deal where it was like, I came ready to know all the lines, and they were like, play around with it. Improv a bit. So that was a lot of fun to be able to play with the characters, kind of find them on set with the other actors and just come to these relationships and develop them. It's produced by Chelsea Stardust, who does a lot of stuff like Satanic Panic. Great stuff. Can't wait for this to come out. I don't know when it will come out, though. No idea. Well, there I am. Janice is represented by WME and Brillstein. That's true. Those are true facts. Cool. That's the news, the horror news. And we got 2 trailers to watch. Just let me mute the music. Turn up the volume. And we got Woman of the Hour with Anna Kendrick in it. Rodney Alcala was a killer in the midst of a killing spree when he brazenly took part and won a date on the popular TV game show The Dating Game. What? Okay. That sounds okay.
All right, everybody, let's get started. Live from Hollywood, California, it's The Dating Game.
Hey, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
When you get on that stage, I just need you to laugh and smile just over and over.
Oh.
Do that for me?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, camera, get ready.
70s styling going on.
Hi,
like late
Cheryl.
night.
Bachelor number 2.
Hello, Cheryl.
And would you please say hello to Cheryl, Bachelor number 3?
We're gonna have a great time together, Cheryl.
I think that guy's the killer.
I don't date much. I don't date at all, actually.
But you decided to go to the dating game.
My agent said it would get me seen.
Oh, this is real? This is the thing that happened?
Did you feel seen?
Shocking
You know, most
true
people
story.
don't like to be seen because you have to be comfortable with yourself. I never hide who I am.
Did you get the shot?
No matter what words they use, the question beneath the question remains the same.
All right. What's the question?
Which one of you will hurt me?
I would have assumed it all took place on the show, but apparently not. Probably not because it's a true story. What? That's a real thing, dude? Rodney Alcala? I don't really do true crime stuff. I'm not interested in that. It just... Oh, he does look like Weird Al now, someone said. Wow, okay. Oh, well, not anymore, I guess. He's dead. He died a couple of years ago. 5 murders between 1977 and 79. So, yep, 70s very much looked like it. Wow, okay. Compiled a collection of more than 1,000 photographs of women. We saw that in the trailer. Many in sexually explicit poses. Oh, big shocker there. The Dating Game Killer because of his 1978 appearance in the midst of his murder spree. Wow. Wait, he died of unspecified natural causes? I'm assuming in prison, right? Unspecified? Trial? Conviction? Extradited? Additional 25 years to life? Okay, yeah. All right. Wow. Yeah, you know, I think there are ways to do movies about real life killers tastefully. I don't think it's necessarily a topic that needs to remain off limits. So, I don't know, we can see what it looks like. I mean, Zodiac's based on real stuff. Oh, the Zodiac's fucking disturbing, dude. But I think it treats it, Zodiac specifically, I think treats the material and occurrences with the disturbingness of it. Doesn't make light of it, so I don't know. I really don't like them exploiting this in this way. Yes, he was on one episode of a dating show, but she didn't go on the date. Ah, spoiler! She doesn't go on the date, Weird Taco. I was waiting with bated breath to see if she picked him. I'm getting stepfather vibes with Woman of the Hour, says Liam. I didn't watch Dahmer, so I can't speak to how that did it. Night Stalker's been in stuff lately. Yeah, I do like how they did it in Maxine. It wasn't like a focal point. So, yeah. Zodiac definitely treats the events with weight and not in a frivolous, exploitative way, Vicky. His Zodiac, you feel that shit. That's a heavy movie. Okay, she picked him but got a bad vibe, so she didn't go. Oh, so she did pick him, but declined the date. And yeah, it's, I don't know. Like, is the movie more about her? Because it's Anna Kendrick, obviously a huge name, and it's called Woman of the Hour. But obviously it's going to be about him. Huh. Thanks, Rhett Proctor. Enjoy the show tonight. All right, the other trailer we got is called Sleep. No description in it. Oh, wait, no. It follows newlyweds whose domestic bliss is disrupted when he begins to speak in his sleep, ominously stating someone's inside. Well, that's fucking creepy.
일어나.
새벽만 되면 쿵쾅거리는 소리가 들려서 어떨 땐 비명 소리도. 오빠.
누가 들어왔어?
Yep, don't want to hear that. Do not want to hear that coming out of your partner.
그래?
렘 수면 행동 장애를 앓고 있다라는 뜻이에요.
고칠 수 있는 거죠?
No. I'm worried about that dog.
네.
문제가 생기면 함께 극복하는 게 부부야.
친구들에게 붙여놓으래. 붙은 건 신랑한테 붙었는데 데리고 온 사람은 그쪽이야.
쭉 지켜봤다고? 안 자고? 수진아!
오빠?
너 왜 그래 진짜?
I love that guy's smile when he's like being creepy.
그러면 단둘이.
왜 그래 진짜?
Oh, this looks good. And yeah, Bong Joon-ho is quoted in the trailer as enjoying it. Who else he did Parasite and The Host. So he's saying it's good. I think that looks really cool. I think that looks awesome. Great. Sleep. And then finally this week, a bunch of horror movies are coming out. Strange Darling, which I keep hearing fantastic things about. And it's got our boy Kyle Gallner in it. Oh yeah, it's got Jason Patrick. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Willa Fitzgerald. She's in Scream the TV series. That's right. I remember her in that. Fall of the House of Usher. I know that I've seen her. Maybe it was Fall of the House of Usher that I was recently seeing her name in. But I keep mispronouncing Kyle's last name wrong. Gallner? It's not Gallner? She's young Madeline. Oh, she's so good in Fall of the House. Oh, that show is a show with incredible performances every which way you look. And yet she still stood out in that show. That entire cast is amazing, as usual with Mike Flanagan Productions. And yet still, Willa Fitzgerald stood the fuck out in that show. Oh, she was great. Hell yeah. So it's Kyle Gallner. My bad. Well, I'm sorry, there's two L's there. Usually, when you have two L's after an A, it's Kyle Gallner. You know, sorry for reading. Sorry, Kyle. I'll pronounce your name right from now on. My bad, buddy. Kyle Gallner. Maybe get rid of one thing else, though, to make it clearer. All right. It's fucking Melbourne all over again. Blink Twice comes out on Friday. I think that looks really cool. We watched that trailer a while ago. I felt like it looked like a creepier version of like Glass Onion type thing, Knives Out type thing. Channing Tatum's in there. The cast looks, it's like, yeah, a private island with a tech billionaire and a bunch of people. I think that, and yeah, Zoe Kravitz's directing debut. I think that looks really cool. Don't know how much of a horror movie it is, but it's definitely gonna be genre-y. And then also coming, it's finally happening. It's finally coming out, folks. Everyone's been waiting so long for it. The Crow. It's coming. It's an hour 51 minutes. Oh no. Oh. I want to see it. I really want to see it and figure out what its deal is. I can't believe it's actually happening. It's finally happening. Comes out on Friday, folks. All 3 of those movies come out on Friday. Which one are you seeing? I know it's The Crow. If you want more kind of indie, independent, smaller scale horror, Hellhole is happening on streaming. Takes place in the desolate Serbian wilderness. Oh, let Zora know. Fracking crew uncovers a dormant monster. Okay. And then Place of Bones, which is a horror western with Heather Graham in it. And I love Heather Graham. Anyone who gives Heather Graham work is okay in my book. So. Oh, yeah. Blink twice. I'm about to make a name for myself. Okay, great. Those are the movies coming out this week, and you can look forward to them. Let's get this little lo-fi girl jams back on. Oh, it's going to be loud. Ready? There we go. Brought it down. Let's change it to full screen. Thank you, Mark Sherlock. Change it to full screen for me before I click over to the schedule. All right, Dead Meat news. It's a podcast week. So we will have a podcast out on Wednesday or Thursday. We're really in the thick of it right now, folks. So forgive us if it's a day late. But, last time I said that, we still got it out on Wednesday. So there's a good chance it could still happen. It's going to be an idea that was actually presented on the subreddit, the Letterboxd game. I haven't looked at those posts on the Dead Meat subreddit. Check out reddit.com/r/deadmeatjames for the Dead Meat subreddit. But apparently there was a game going on where it was like guess the movie based on the Letterboxd reviews. So that's what Chelsea's putting together. We're going to film it tonight. We should be all right to get it out on Wednesday, hopefully. I have not looked at that post. I will not look at that post. I will go in completely blind, completely virginal, and probably get frustrated. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And then this Friday, the VHS kill count comes out. It is something I've been wanting to do for years. It has me, Chelsea, and Zoran swapping out, co-hosting, tagging in and out on different segments. And we're going to do that for all 6, possibly even 7 VHS movies, depending on if we can cover the new one that comes out this year. And we will be doing that not week after week after week, but it's going to be VHS, and then something else, VHS 2, something else, VHS Viral, something else, and then in October, it will be every Friday for the 94, 99, 85, but we will also have Sunday episodes going on. So anyone who gets sick of franchises when they get covered all in a row, you will always have an extra kill count in between the releases. In case you're not a VHS fan, you'll have something else to watch. You won't just be inundated with, a long stretch of time that you're not happy with. Although, with VHS, it's a bunch of different shorts. So, I guess maybe if you hate found footage, you're not going to be happy. But as long as you can handle found footage, it's going to be a bunch of different stories that you can always watch. It's not going to be like Wrong Turn, where it's always fucking cannibals eating people. No plans to do the spin-offs right now, which are Siren and Kids vs. Aliens. No plans for those on the schedule. But, yes, we got VHS coming out this week. And these are long episodes, man. These are real long episodes. They're like 35-minute kill counts because we're talking about all these different segments. They all have their own behind-the-scenes stuff. They've got the wraparound, so long kill counts. If you like long kill counts, you are in for a treat. What is this? Oh, it's just a little fuzzy guy. Okay. After the first VHS, next week, to finish off August, on August 30th, we've got Abigail coming. How long are the Get to the Number shorts? They'll be like anywhere between a minute and 2, I guess. Abigail happening, and we, in the trailer for Abigail and at the very beginning of that kill count, we do not spoil the twist of the movie, even though pretty much if you saw any trailers for it, you know what it is. But we just want to give people the chance, if they just happened to not see what was going on, they can watch it without knowing the twist, because I think everyone who saw the trailers for that movie didn't expect that twist to happen so late in the film. It doesn't happen until halfway through, and you're like, wait, we all know about this. So, give people a chance to watch it unspoiled. Maybe they'll like it more. I like to find knowing it, that's fine. But maybe there'll be an extra level of enjoyment if it comes as a surprise. After Abigail is VHS 2 on September 6th, like I said. And then we've got Hatchet. So anyone who's like, yo, why aren't you covering slashers? We want slashers with a bunch of gore. Here you go, man. Fucking Hatchet. There you go. It doesn't get more slasher than Hatchet. From 2006, Adam Green's love letter to 80s slashers. Kane Hodder as the killer Victor Crowley. It is some of the best gore I've ever seen. It's like Terrifier level of gore. It's so good. It's definitely got more humor than Terrifier. It's not like a grindhouse exploitation film like Terrifiers are, but the gore in it is just fucking beautiful. So, we're just doing the first one. I haven't even seen the sequels, but it's about time we cover Hatchet on the kill count. So that's coming your way. It will be blurred, yes. Unless you're a patron. You can see the unblurred one, but I mean, don't blame me, man. We got a fucking staff to feed. Not feed, I guess pay, and then they can use that money if they want for food. I assume they use at least part of it for food. That's good. Okay. Anything else? Yeah, hit up the Patreon. We're a little behind on some of the awards. I'm not gonna lie. We're a little behind on some of the rewards. We're, seems like it's always the case, but we're pretty swamped right now. The thing that's happening right now is that Chelsea and I are leaving to go out of country in September. We're gonna be gone for like 10 days. It's in September, which is normally when we're gearing up for the double releases in October. So, we're just going to be completely gone for 10 days. 10 days that we can't work during a time when we are normally preparing for October. So that means that right now, we have to get all this work done for things to happen while we're gone. Both videos to be released while we're gone and for the employees to have stuff to work on. So like we have to, I have to film enough things ahead of time so that the editors have stuff to edit while I'm gone. So it's a lot of front loading right now. And then on top of that, we're hiring a new writer, and that's a huge fucking process, dude. We've got it down to 13 people, I think, who now are all writing spec scripts for kill counts that I then have to read. But this has been like a month-long process, maybe even more than that, of rounds of interviews, whittling it down from 1,000 applicants. We had 1,000 people apply for the job, and we had to cut it down. And we finally got down to 13 people, and they were all writing versions of kill counts that I will then read blind and select. So that's a thing that's going on. That takes a lot of time. There's just, right now, all these events and movie premieres are gearing up. We got invited to the world premiere of Front Room tonight. The one with Brandy. And we can't go. I don't have the time to fucking make it down there, man. Which really sucks. So there's stuff going on, half of which we have to say no to just because we have to get this work done. We're also, with the VHS films, with the VHS kill counts, those are, those to the numbers bits, like I've mentioned before, are like little found footage, little short films. Not very long, they're very short, but it's still, like, tomorrow is an all-day filming day with those. So that's a whole day taken up doing those. So there's just a lot going on. I'm barely holding it together, man. But hopefully it's worth it. This trip we're really looking forward to. I'll talk more about that when it gets closer. That's in September. But yeah, that's what's happening. So just, if you're a patron, just understand that that's why we're kind of behind on stuff. A little bit of grace would be appreciated. And otherwise, thank you for tuning in. Love doing these weekly streams. Breathe, James. Just think of the bear mug. You're right, Ghosty Myers. Life can't be too bad when you got a coffee mug with bears fucking on it. You can't. Look at this. That guy's getting nailed from behind while doing a standing 69. That's just, it doesn't get better than that. Things that make you think. All right. I'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody.